For decades, physics focused on breaking matter into smaller pieces. We went from molecules to atoms to quarks, and finally to string theory. The resulting standard model lists dozens of disconnected particles and fields that require manual tuning. It operates as a part spin of separate elements, with no inherent reason to work together. A new framework called unified dynamics approaches the problem from the opposite direction. It proposes that reality arises from pure relational geometry rather than physical building blocks. The model follows a single, uncompromising law: anything that can exist must be able to close. By strictly applying this algorithmic logic of closure, we can assemble the architecture of the universe in exactly 9 sequential geometric steps. Finding the true origin of structure requires looking at the algorithm of existence itself, rather than the physical debris it leaves behind. Step 1 is the point, a primitive locus to occupy a position before dimensions exist. 2 points create the line, a distinction between here and there, but extending without return. A third point appears. Lines snap between them to form a closed triangular circuit. This marks the birth of coherence. In a triangle, every element relates directly to every other element, eliminating the loose ends of the line. Higher dimensions emerge out of algorithmic necessity. When a lower dimension becomes saturated, the system must lift to achieve volumetric stability. A single tetrahedron is inherently polarized, possessing directional strain that makes it unstable on its own. Pairing opposite tetrahedra forms the octahedron, resolving directional strain into a balanced structure. This stability allows the icosahedron to wrap space with 20 faces, a geometric shell. Finally, recursion takes over. This perfect shell becomes the building block for the complex 600 cell. When a shell completes, its internal complexity is compressed into a single unit. This new unit acts as a point to begin a new cycle at a larger scale, explaining why the universe organizes itself into a hierarchy, from atoms to galaxies. This progression of 9 shapes provides the literal mathematical foundation for unified dynamics. Within this tetrahedral lattice, curvature is measured by how transport links fail to return to their origin. By calculating these closure defects, spectral eigenvalues that sum exactly to 1, the framework derives the Einstein field equations for gravity and the discrete energy states of quantum mechanics. The framework identifies specific closure frequencies, the same feedback architecture that governs the vibration of a subatomic particle also dictates the rotation of a spiral galaxy. This rule of closure even governs the internal world. Both the organization of biological cells and the narrative identity of the human mind rely on these recursive loops to maintain stability. Reality functions as an active geometric language, continuously running an algorithm to solve the ongoing problem of its own existence.